Okay guys, I am making, I'm cooking some fried squash and zucchini for supper tonight. I've already washed these, so don't panic. I need to get them cooked. I cooked some last week, me and Daniel. Oh my gosh, we love fried zucchini and fried squash. And we ate those things. I was like, well, we'll have some left for tomorrow. Well, not, because he and I just ate the poop out of them. I mean, Daniel and I are country kids. We were raised in the, well, I was raised in the city, but we were raised on country cooking. Daniel was raised in the country, but, so anyway, I thought I would just do this cook along, because I haven't done one in a while, and I know a lot of you always tell me you want to know, you want to see more cooking videos, because you want to see what I'm making and what I'm cooking and all that good stuff. I have 2 squash. I just have 1 zucchini, but it's pretty big. I was only going to cook 1 and 1, but the thing is, Daniel and I eat them so fast and so much that, I mean, they're just so good. We just can't, you know, I might as well just cook them all, in other words, because we're going to eat them. We are going to eat them. So anyway, alrighty. And I'll show you how I cook these. Daniel cooked them the last time, but I cook mine the same way he cooks his. And I'm going to put them in my fryer, my fry pan, skillet. Electric skillet's what I'm trying to say. My mama used to cook this in a electric skillet, and oh my gosh, my mama used to cook in electric skillets all the time, and I'm telling you what, I just guess I'm following in her footsteps because I love electric skillets. Okay, now hang on and let me go get my bowl and I'll show you what I do. Okay, we use the Jiffy corn muffin mix, and this one's already been used because Daniel's already used some for the last squash and zucchini, and I'm just going to use the rest of it. And then what I'm going to do is use this whisker, and I'm just going to kind of break up the rest of that cornbread's a little, you know how it's clumpy when you first put it in your bowl. And that's what it is, just a little bit of cornbread. And I'm just going to kind of break that up a little bit. Then I'm going to take my egg that my chickens laid. Let's see, I need something hard on that. Okay, and I'm going to put the whole thing in there. Let me throw that in the trash real fast. And then I'm going to take a little bit of milk. I usually just judge this. A little bit of milk. And then I'm going to whisk all this together. This is the corn muffin. And I just judge, depending on how much zucchini and other I have, I just judge. And then, after I do that, I usually get my seasonal, and I'm going to put seasonal in the mix itself. Sometimes I'll put it just on it when I'm cooking it, and then sometimes I'll just put it in the mix. Why not? I'll put garlic and stuff on top of it. Okay, and then what I do, after I get that all stirred up, I will start taking the zucchini and the squash, and I'll start pouring it in the pan, like so. And I will put a little salt on it, and I will put some pepper on it. Then I'm going to put the lid on it, kind of like a shake and bake, and then I'll just turn it upside down, and I'll shake it. Just shake it around and make sure all of it gets covered. See? Now, and then I'll be right back with you. I got to heat up my pan. Okay, normally I use extra virgin olive oil, but this is bacon grease, and it's going to just give it flavor. And I'm just going to put it right in the pan, like that. It's messy, I know. But you know, if it's messy, that means it's good. And then what I do is just shred it around like this. This is my electric skillet, okay? And then I'm gonna put some garlic salt on it real quick. And just let that cook in there. Because Daniel and I cannot eat without garlic salt. I'm sorry, but yeah. Okay. Then the lid goes on it. Ah, there's stuff all over my hands. Then we're going to put the lid on it. And I'll be back with you, okay? Okay, and then while that's cooking, I clean up my mess. Over here, I get my mess all cleaned up. And that way I'm ready for the next step and don't mind all this because it's in cleaning mode, okay? And don't mind this. I have absolutely no makeup on, and that's okay today because I'm home, you know. And two, while that's cooking, it's time for another cup of coffee. I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, and I'm sorry, but that's just not enough. Just not enough, so 1 more cup. 1 more cup. Oh yeah, there we go. And we're done. Okay, and then in case you're wondering what we're having with the squash and the zucchini is we're going to have these cocktail smokies. We got these for remember when I took you to Harps and then I showed you the haul? You get 5 for $25, and we bought 2 packages of these. Then we bought a package of pork chops. I think pork chops had 2 or 3 or 4 in them. I haven't cooked those yet. And then Daniel loves bologna, so he had to have bologna, and I don't know what all we got. But I've already cooked these before, and they're so good. So we're having these, the smoked, cocktail smokies. And what I'm going to do is put them in a bowl. And I'm going to put some good old cocktail sauce in with them. Yeah, and then I'm going to stir in a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce because Daniel and I like our stuff spicy. So we're going to stir that in with it, and that's what we're going to have. And we may have pork and beans if I have some. If not pork and beans, we'll have green beans. And I don't know if we'll have mashed potatoes. Daniel's the mashed potato guy because, oh my gosh, he can make them mean. Daniel's mashed potatoes taste like... well, actually, mine do too because I put ranch in mine. Okay, I'll make some mashed potatoes here at the end, and I'll show you how I make mine to make them taste like a baked potato. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and show you. They're cooking nicely. Mine is the outer part is coming off of mine, but Daniel, when he cooks his and he dips them like that, he just places them all around in the pan. And when they get brown, he flips them, and then he puts them in a bowl. Me, I just put mine all in together, and then when I flip them, my stuff comes off. But no matter, I'll still eat it. But anyway, it's cooking nicely. Okay, while the squash and stuff is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and prep these. Sometimes when the squash is done, I'll put these in the electric skillet, and sometimes I'll just put them in a bowl and put them in the microwave, just depending on, you know. I would love to have these from the grill outside, but Daniel's not home, and it's hard for me to get the grill started. I don't even know how, to tell you the truth. Well, I do, but it don't always work for me, you know. Well, good cow. Spend 5 minutes trying to open this crazy thing. They got these packed, and then what I do is just dump them in here. And yeah, I dumped the whole thing because Daniel likes that's what they look like. Daniel likes to come back for seconds. This is Head Country Barbecue Original, and this is some good stuff, and I got a bunch of this stuff that Daniel had brought home. And this is some good stinking barbecue sauce. So what I've been doing, and I got a bunch of it, so I told Daniel, so I need to get rid of that barbecue sauce somehow. So it's kind of spicy too. But what I do is just put barbecue sauce in there, kind of put that out all around. There's 3 of those. And they are so stinking good. Let me just tell you, they are so good. And then I'll put one more. That'll be 4. And that'll be enough. And then I'm going to put some Louisiana hot sauce. We're going to sprinkle that on there. And then we're going to stir it up. And then when those are ready, the squash and zucchini, I will decide then if I want to put these in the electric fryer or if I just want to stick them in the microwave. Because either way, they're good. I mean, they're already cooked. They're pre-cooked, but yum yums. So good. Okay, I decided to put the squash and zucchini in the air fryer because it just wasn't cooking like I wanted it to. One side was cooking good, the other side wasn't. It was getting mushy, and so I thought, forget this. I should have cooked them like Daniel did, one at a, just put them one at a time in there. Not one at a time, but fill the bottom of the pan and then just flip them and then be done and then put more in there. I didn't, and mine didn't turn out so well. So they're in the air fryer, and then I decided to put the the Smokies, Little Smokies, in the electric skillet. So far looking good. Okay, now mashed potatoes. I put some water in there, and I always just judge of what I think me and Daniel's gonna eat. I put a little bit of butter in there, and the butter that I put, and I will be using more butter though, that's why I put a lot. This is the Imperial butter. And then what do I do before I put I always cook my mashed potatoes in the microwave, but what I do is I take some Colby Jack and I sprinkle that in there because I want that to melt in the water. Okay, and then I just put it in the microwave. Okay, here's the rest of the squash that just come out of the air fryer. Daniel, I like crunchy, burnt and crunchy. Daniel don't, so I lightened his up a little bit. So anyway, there's that. Okay, now that my water's ready, I pour some milk in there, and I just judge mine. Some of y'all may not. Ooh, that was too much. I just put too much in mine, but anyway. This will make a lot of mashed potatoes, but Daniel loves mashed potatoes. I try not to eat mashed potatoes. And matter of fact, I don't even make them for him a lot, simply because they're not good for you. And he loves them. So tonight, I guess I'll make it a special treat since, yeah. Okay, here's my trick. I take ranch. This is a homemade ranch dressing in this, which is why I'm using it. It is just so good. My trick is, usually I'll put half ranch dressing, half blue cheese, but I'm out because I've used it all in this when I'm making it. This makes it taste like a baked potato. It really does, guys, or it does to me. Some of y'all probably say, no, don't. What? I tried to let you out a while ago. My cat, I'm telling you what. I'm going to beat her. Okay, and then I do put a little bit more butter in there. Gotta have a lot of butter. Mashed potatoes. Another reason they're not good for you, but you know. Daniel likes a lot of butter. My hubs likes the butter. And I'm gonna put a little bit more of the ranch. This is just plain ranch. The other was homemade that I put in there. And then melting the cheese in there. To me, it just tastes like a mashed potato, baked potato. And then I'll sprinkle more of this in there. And a little bit of onion. This is onion salt. Make it good. Stir that up, and mashed potatoes are ready. There you go. Oops, let me move that back. There you go. So good. Okay, guys. Here we go. Let's take a taste test of these yummy mashed potatoes. Tastes like baked potato. It really does. It does to me. Now, if you don't like blue cheese, then just put the ranch. I mean, you don't have to put blue cheese, but I like the mixture of the blue cheese and the ranch because to me it tastes more like a baked potato. But I didn't have any because I used it all in my baked potatoes when I didn't have much left anyway. But these are homemade ranch, and that's why I use them, because they're homemade and they kind of have a touch of a blue cheese taste. So that's why I use those in these. But you just have to kind of judge. You know, I mean, I don't know if you like runny potatoes, but I don't. I like mine fluffy. So just judge. And the cheese, make sure you put the cheese in there when you're heating your water so the cheese will melt. Okay? All right. That's the end of that. I'm not really hungry right now, so I'm going to wait for Daniel. But I was going to show you. When I open boxes, I hate boxes. I just hate them. They're crinkly, they're ugly, they're not that my kitchen is the cleanest, okay, but I try to keep it clean. But anyway, these, I think these were given to me by my sister-in-law. She was cleaning out her kitchen, and she gave me a whole set of them. And I like putting like the mashed potatoes. I know what they are because I keep them in one certain spot. But what you do is just open that right there, clamp that on, and then shut it. And there you go. Okay, guys, that's it. I will show you when I make my plate, when I plate up for me and Daniel, I will show you what the plate looks like, and that probably will be my thumbnail. I don't know. Yes, I changed shirts because that's one thing I hate about cooking in the summertime in the house. That's why I like the grill. It just heats the house up. That's why I like cooking outside. So anyway, but that just couldn't happen today. So right now I'm going to spend this time, since Daniel's still not home yet, I put all the food, got it all stored, got it away right there. There's the food. And the other one is still in the, there you go, electric skillet. And he should be home probably within the hour. And I'm going to spend that time cleaning, putting things away, and washing dishes, or, well, putting them in the dishwasher. And then I'm going to go sit down and finish my coffee, which is about gone, you know, and rest until he gets home, and then we'll have supper. So anyway, there's that. Be back with you in a bit. Okay, guys, I just want to mention real quick, I have mentioned this in the empties before. And I can't remember. It's been, I don't always mention them over and over again in my empties, so I can't remember what empties it was. But I want to mention this because it's awesome sauce, okay? This is the Dawn Platinum Power Wash dish spray. Okay, it smells good too because it's an apple scent. This I put when I cook in my air fryer, just like the squash. When I'm finished with the squash, it's everywhere. I mean, you know, it sticks all over the racks. Let me show you. Okay, here's the racks. Y'all know my air fryer. Let me turn it around a little bit. My air fryer right there. I have the 3-tier. Well, you can also do 4, but 3 would be the one I would suggest if you're cooking a whole meal. 3-tier. But I have the 3-tier air fryer that I got from QVC, so you can cook multiple. So when you're cooking chicken, or when you're frying anything that even has batter in it, you know, after it cooks, it's going to be plastered all over the rack. I mean, it's going to be absolutely, sorry, it's got water on it. I just washed it. But what you do, because you know, you can scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub, and it's not coming off. So you take the power wash, and I just did this on both my racks because I use 2 racks. And you just spray it. Spray the rack and let it set. And then after it sets a little bit, that sucker will come right off. If you're baking in an oven and you know you got stuff caked in your pan, this will take anything that you can't get off your pans off. You just spray it, let it set, and then wash it. It's a done deal. So anyway, I just wanted to mention this. Okay, I plated up. If you're wondering why I'm using plastic plates, it's because I don't want to do any more dishes. I'm lazy. Squash and zucchini, mashed potatoes, the little smokies, and some pork and beans. Num nums.